Hello and welcome my dear students. I am Rohan sir from Mehdi English Medium School and I welcome my all dear second standard students in today's English class. My dear students, I hope that previous lecture of preparation of exam was of very much interest for you, and also I hope that you have done a good preparation, a good revision in the previous lecture. Also, I have seen many feedbacks and many follow-up of the lectures you have sent to the follow-up teachers. And my dear students, I have continuously noticed and also taken a note of the names of the students who are sending me the homework regularly, and also for the students who are watching my video lectures regularly. Students, I have always requested you to write all the things I give you in this live video lecture so that you feel as if you are sitting in the live classroom. So that is for your betterment and for your fun. See, this lecture is only of 30 minutes. So for 30 minutes you can sit at one place with your book, because always in the school the lecture is of 1 hour and you sit accordingly. So students, make sure you send the homework regularly to the follow-up teachers. This is a kind request to all. And today, before starting our regular lecture, I have brought something interesting. Yes, so I have brought one interesting thing for you. I am going to display the name of students who are regularly sending homework to the follow-up teachers. So these names I have got from the follow-up teachers, and they continuously mark the names of the students who are sending the homework regularly. So today when I display the name, I want you all to clap for them, and also I even expect the other students will also join this category of regularly sending homeworks. Mehdi English School presents the name of the students, appreciating them for the subject of English. So as soon as you see the name, please give the round of applause. That means please clap for them as hard as you can, and appreciate your friends if you see their names on the screen. Before presenting the name, make sure these 3 to 4 names, that does not mean all are not watching. That just means that these names have regularly sent their work. That means even without failing a single day. So make sure you also regularly send your work if you want your name to be displayed on the screen. Now, the first name is, this is to appreciate Jivani Fatima, as she is regularly sending follow-up. So congratulations Jivani Fatima. We really appreciate your work and we really look forward that regularly you will henceforth send your homework. Thanks Jivani Fatima. Next name is, this is to appreciate Qazi Hasnain A, as is frequently communicating for subject related work. Means what? He is regularly asking me if he has any doubt. Now why am I appreciating is because if you ask me for the doubts, that means you are doing your work. Only then you will have doubt. So I really appreciate Qazi Hasnain. I hope that you are clapping for him, because as much as you communicate with your sir and teachers, that means you are doing your work. So keep up the good work Hasnain, we congratulate you. Next name is, this is to appreciate Mahida Mohammad Sami, as is consistent at his work. Keep it up the good work, and we really congratulate you with our wholeheartedly we congratulate you, because doing your work regularly is not easy task, and you do your work regularly, you are sending to the teacher, so we really appreciate you. Thank you. Congratulations to all the dear students. Once again we congratulate you, and also I congratulate to all the students who watch my online lecture. See, these particular students are watching the lectures, writing down each and everything, and also are sending their daily work within a time limit to the follow-up teachers. It is not like that you only send to the follow-up teachers, you can even send to the subject teachers. So students, I will present the new names if I will notice the new regular names. So I request you all to please regularly watch the video lectures and to note down the things, the homework, so that we can really appreciate you for your good work. And I hope that many are going to start doing their work and many are going to perform really very well in exams. So maybe after the exam again I will present few names for appreciation. So for that you have to really do the hard work, because hard work will only bring you to the fruitful result. So thanks my dear students once again. I hope that you all were clapping for your friends as you saw their name on the screen. So these names were displayed in all the houses of all the students and all the parents were looking at it. So you should be really very proud of it. Also, I promise you that in the next few lectures or after few lectures I will display the new names by keeping the note of the new students. For that you have to regularly send your work. I hope you will do that. Congratulations once again to all the students watching the online lectures, because they are really doing the good work by watching the lectures. Now coming on to the regular lectures, I hope that first of all your book and your pencil is with you in your hands. What are we going to do today? Today we are going to do the revision of question 2 from the paper style of essay 1, that is true or false. So in the previous lecture we have revised hard words which were of really important, which you can even you have to even write the hard words, the words in the sentences. So we revised hard words and we revised MCQ. Today we are going to revise true or false. So please give the heading true or false in your book. Just give the heading true or false in your book. Now what you have to do is you have to read and write both the questions as well as the answers. Now always you have been just writing the answers. No, but this time you have to compulsorily write the questions, because unless you don't understand the question, true or false is of no value. You can't say whether the statement is true or false unless you don't understand that particular statement. So this time you have to write the statement, that is question as well as the answer both. So please be ready and try to write as fast as possible. Make sure you write the answers in the sequence and send it to your follow-up teachers. That means you write each and everything in the sequence. That means for lesson 1 and 2 both combined I have given here. So make sure you write it down in the sequence in which I have given you here on the screen, and then you send to your follow-up teachers. So as soon as you will send, they will take a note of your work, and then for after the few lectures again we will display the new names. So I hope that you are the one that we will display the name on the screen, so that you can even see your name on the screen. And to look at your name on the screen is very proud moment, isn't it? Okay, so number 1, I hope that you all have given the heading true or false. Also don't fail to write the date. Now, number 1, quickly write the sentence as soon as you see on the screen. I will repeat it 2 times. You quickly write it down as fast as possible. The boy was named Ishubosi. I hope that you are writing, and many of them might have written already this question. I repeat the question. The boy was named Ishubosi. Now, obviously this is from lesson number 1. So, 1-inch warrior. So, I hope that you have written the question. So, was the name of that boy Ishubosi in the story 1-inch warrior? If yes, then this statement is true. If no, then this statement is false. Before displaying the question, before showing you the answer, I hope that you have written the whole question in your book. Now let's see what the answer is. This statement is true. Why? Because the name of 1-inch warrior was Ishubosi. So this is true. Please write the answer true in your book after you have written this sentence. So please repeat both the question and answer after me, and repeat it loudly and clearly. The boy was named Ishubosi. Answer true. Let us repeat it one more time. The boy was named Ishubosi. Answer true. I hope that you have written both the question and the answers, because I kept it for a long time and this is the sufficient time for you to write it down. Number 2, please write it down quickly. Please write this question. Till then, I'll read this question 2 times. Ishubosi wished to go to the city to play. I repeat the question. Ishubosi wished to go to the city to play. That means this statement says that Ishubosi wanted to go to city just to play there into the city with the city boys. Is this statement true or false? What do you think, students? Did Ishubosi want to go into the city just to play or to work? If he wanted to go to play, then this statement is true. If he wanted to go to the city for getting some work, then this statement is false. First of all, I hope that you have written the question, and let's see what the correct answer is. This statement is false. Why? Because Ishubosi wanted to go to city to work and not to play. So this statement is false. So please write the answers. Also repeat both the question and answer after me. Ishubosi wished to go to the city to play. Answer false. I hope, students, you are repeating the answer after me. Ishubosi wished to go to the city to play. Answer false. Third question, quickly write it down in your notebook. Ishubosi sailed to the city in a cup. I repeat the question. I hope that you all are writing it. Ishubosi sailed to the city in a cup. That means he went to the city in a cup or in a bowl. If he went in a cup, then this statement is true. Otherwise, it is false. So what do you think? Is this statement true or false? And I hope that you have written the question properly in your books. So let's see what the correct answer is. This statement is False. Why? Because Ishubosi did not sail to the city in a cup. He sailed into city in a soup bowl which was converted into the boat, if you remember the story. Please repeat this statement along with question once after me. Ishubosi sailed to the city in a cup. Answer: false. Okay. Next question. Lord Sanjo had a beautiful house. Students, as soon as you see the statement, quickly write it down in your books so that you will get sufficient amount of time to write the question. I'll repeat the question. Lord Sanjo had a beautiful house. So, if you remember the story, you should judge this statement properly. Was Lord Sanjo having a beautiful house or not? Again, if you have understood the story, Ishubosi first went to Lord Sanjo's house. So that picture of Lord Sanjo's house is given in your textbook. So if you remember that, you should be able to answer this. Let's see what the correct answer is, and before that I hope that you have written the question. This statement is true because Lord Sanjo was having a beautiful house. Quickly write down the answer. Also repeat the statement and the answer after me. Lord Sanjo had a beautiful house. Answer: true. Okay, I hope that you have written both the question as well as the answer. Moving on to the fifth one. Please write down the statement quickly. Ishubosi fought with a giant. I repeat the question, quickly write it down. Ishubosi fought with a giant. So, did Ishubosi fight with a giant? In the story, if you remember, did he fight with a giant anywhere in the story? If yes, then this statement is true. If no, then this statement is false. So, let's see what the correct answer is. This statement is true. Why? Because at the end, in the climax of the story, he actually fought with a giant, and that is the point where he proved himself as a brave boy. So please repeat this statement after me. Also those who are writing, write it fast. Ishubosi fought with a giant. Answer: true. This statement is true. Number 6, quickly write it down. The stew in the land of Bumbleboo is made of pumpkin skin. Please quickly write it down in your books. I'll read the question again and explain you. Till then you can write it. The stew in the land of Bumbleboo is made of pumpkin skin. Now students, if you remember the poem, we also read the poem a lot of time and also explained you twice. So if you have understood the poem and if you have gone through it once or twice at your home, you should remember this, that the stew was made of pumpkin skin or not in the land of Bumbleboo. So if the stew, there is a kind of dish which the people in the land of Bumbleboo eat. So was the stew made of pumpkin skin or not? Or is it like that the stew was made up of dandelion? It is a kind of plant with a yellow flower, if you remember, right? So the stew in the land of Bumbleboo is made up of pumpkin skin. Is it so? Then it is true. And if it is not made up of pumpkin skin, then this statement is false. Let's see what the correct answer is. This statement is false because the stew in the land of Bumbleboo is not made up of pumpkin skin, it is made up of dandelion kind of plant. Please repeat this statement with the answer after me, and I hope that you all have written this. Repeat it loudly. The stew in the land of Bumbleboo is made of pumpkin skin. Answer: false, because it is not made up of pumpkin skin. Moving on to the seventh one, quickly write down the statements in your book. The poet calls Bumbleboo the wonderful Bumbleboo. That means the poet of the poem The Land of Bumbleboo calls it the wonderful Bumbleboo. I'll repeat the question one more time so that you will get the time to write it down. The poet calls Bumbleboo, then in inverted brackets, the wonderful Bumbleboo. This is there in the quotation, so you have to write it in the quotation only. So, is it so? Is poet calling it a wonderful Bumbleboo? Can you see it anywhere in the poem? If yes, then this statement is true. If no, then the statement is false statement. Let's see what the correct answer is. This statement is true because poet too calls it as the wonderful Bumbleboo once in the poem. Please repeat this statement along with the answer. For those who are writing, write it fast. The poet, repeat it loudly and clearly. The poet calls Bumbleboo the wonderful Bumbleboo. Answer: true. I hope that you all have written this properly. Moving on to the eighth one. The people of Bumbleboo never blow bubbles. I hope that you have started writing the questions. My dear students, write it quickly and then you can note it down in any book if you want with a good handwriting, but now you have to write it down quickly so that you will get the habit of writing and you can enhance your speed. The people of Bumbleboo never blow bubbles. See, never blow bubbles is not mentioned anywhere in the poem. They never blow noses. This is mentioned in the poem. So if it is not mentioned, it is false, and if you think it is true, you can write it down. So I hope that you first of all you have written the question. So let's see what the answer is. This statement is false. Like I explained, nowhere in the poem bubbles are mentioned. So here if they are asking the question, the people of Bumbleboo never blow bubbles, if it is not mentioned, you cannot write true. So this statement is false. Let us repeat it one time so that the one who are writing, they will get the sufficient time. The people of Bumbleboo never blow bubbles. Answer: false, as this statement is false. Write down the next question quickly. Question number 9, statement number 9. I'll read it twice. The people of Bumbleboo wore clothes of pelican feathers. Now, if you have read the poem properly and if you have understood it properly, you will be able to answer this quickly, easily, and you don't have to think it much. I'll repeat the question. The people of Bumbleboo wore clothes of pelican feathers. Means the people there living in the Bumbleboo, the land of Bumbleboo, they were wearing the clothes of pelican feathers? I don't think so. I have understood the poem properly. So if you think so, you can write true, and if you don't think, you can write false. Anyways, I hope that you've written the question at least. Let's see what the correct answer is. This statement is false. Write down quickly the answer. This statement is false. Why? Because people in the land of Bumbleboo never wore the clothes. So there is no question of what kind of clothes they were wearing. Isn't it so? Okay, please repeat this statement and the answer. The people of Bumbleboo wore clothes of pelican feathers. Answer is false. This statement is false. And I hope that you all have written this properly. Look at the spellings properly of pelican, feathers, Bumbleboo, because these all spellings matters a lot. Now, if you have written this, let us move on to 10th question. Quickly write down the question. Ishubosi was tiny but brave and intelligent. That means Ishubosi was of short height but was brave as well as intelligent. Intelligent means having a sharp mind, having a good sense, having a kind of good knowledge. So he was brave and intelligent. If you feel yes, it is true. If you feel no, it is false. But actually, was he an intelligent as well as a brave boy, though he was tiny? So if you have understood the story, you will think of correct answer. So now, if you have written the questions properly, let's see what the answer is. This statement is true. Now, there is nothing to be explained much, because the story of 1-inch warrior itself proves that Ishubosi was though a tiny but was an intelligent as well as very brave. He was able to save the princess successfully. Please repeat this statement and the answer after me. For those who are writing, please write it down quickly. Ishubosi was tiny but brave and intelligent. Answer true, as this statement is true statement. So I hope that you all have written this statement as well as the answer, both the things, because we have repeated it a lot of time. Number 11, quickly write it down. Ishubosi sailed in a little boat made out of a soup spoon. Was a little boat of Ishubosi made up of soup spoon or soup bowl? If you think it was made up of soup spoon, then this statement is true. Or if you think it was made up of something else, not of soup spoon, then this statement is false. Quickly write down the question. Ishubosi sailed in a little boat made out of soup spoon. Let's see what the correct answer is. This statement is false, as Ishubosi sailed in a boat, little tiny boat, which was made of soup bowl, if you remember, and it was gifted by its mother, right? So I hope that you have written the question as well as the answer, both the things, and I hope that you are repeating after me. So students, this is the end of the lesson, of today's lesson of English, and I hope that you all were repeating and writing the things after me. I have tried my level best to give you the sufficient time for writing while watching. It's okay if you have not written few things or you failed to write few things, but repeating is must. And also, whatever you have written, do not forget to send it to the follow-up teachers so that they can take that into consideration and keep the note of the same. All the best for the exams. Watch the lectures properly again and again. If you cannot write it once, you can watch the lecture again in the YouTube channel and you can write it down. So prepare well for the exams. Also make sure that you attend each and every answers. We will try to do the revision of all the types of questions before the exams, and I also request you once again to watch all the lectures regularly, to send the feedback, follow up, homeworks regularly, so that we can take your name into consideration and we can display your names and we can even feel proud for you. Thank you once again. Goodbye.